Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here today with Professor Andrea Urbinati, who has just taken his lessons in the first unit of our specializing master project management in construction works. The unit is fundamentals of management engineering. And we are with him today to know something about the contents of his lessons.
Okay, thank you, Giovanni. Thank you for inviting me to this short presentation about the topic that I deal with in your master. The topic is cost accounting, and it represents, I would say, a topic that tries to provide information regarding costs that are sustained by companies for producing products, for delivering services. And the relevance of a cost accounting is usually represented by three main perspectives. The first one is that cost accounting is useful for conducting analysis related to inventories evaluation, for example, or for evaluating the profitability associated to the products or services that are realized by the company. The second one perspective is much more related to decision-making activities. So companies usually take decisions, not only in the long run, but in their day-by-day activities. So an important aspect that we deal with cost accounting is related to the make or buy decisions, or for example, the pricing strategies that companies decide according to the costs that are sustained for producing products or delivering services. And the third one perspective is much more related to the planning, control, and evaluation activity. Of course, the main unit of analysis of the cost accounting is the cost that represents the monetary value, I would say, of the resources that are used by company for realizing the so-called costs of objects, I would say, or for, I would say, achieving a specific objective. So usually these objectives are called the costs of objects. And these cost of objects are usually product, services, or organizational units. The course is made in three main parts, I would say. The first part is related to the analysis of the classification of costs. A second part is related to understanding the main differences that exist between cost accounting and financial accounting, although I think they are two faces of the same medal, because financial accounting could not, I would say, exist if cost accounting did not exist. And on the other end, cost accounting would not make sense if it was not used for supporting financial accounting and the external accountability. The second part is the third part. So the first part, the classification of cost. The second part, the differences between cost accounting and financial accounting. The third one is mainly related to the analysis and application of the main costing systems, of the main costing methods, the traditional ones such as the job order costing, and the new ones such as the activity-based costing.
Okay, thank you, Andrea. Just a couple of questions. First of all, you know that the construction industry usually is thought of as an industry by itself with meaningful differences from other industries. Do you think that these topics and this information you will provide are as useful for the construction industries as for the other industries?
Yeah, I think, for example, the construction industry is a very capital intensive one, and in the same time there is a lot of I would say workers that are involved in the industry. In the same time, it is an industry that is evolving in I would say in a more service logic. If I think to the new, for example, building automation systems, for example, or the several digital technologies that are applied in the industry for a new built environment transition, I think the cost accounting theme offer important opportunities for understanding how we can consider the value of costs that incur into the built environment industry, and the possibility to take into account different, I would say, cost of objects, for example, the products or the services, of course, is I think, and I think they are very, very useful, I would say, and the cost accounting is an important, I would say, a relevant topic that allow to understand better how we can move within this industry.
Thank you. And the last question, you know, our students come mostly from technical background. They are either civil, hydraulic or mechanic engineers and architects. Do you believe they will have they will encounter any difficulties in following these topics, which are mostly economics and etc.?
Yeah, I think I would say it is not difficult. It is, I would say, this topic has to be seen as a complement of their background. The students that are involved in the master have a more technical background, but I think there are two main reasons for complementing their technical background with a more managerial one. The first reason is related to the fact that companies take decision. Company have to understand what decision have to take in order to compete into the market, in order to create value in the long term, in order to take, I would say, understanding if doing acquisitions or other kind of initiatives. So it is useful for the students to complement their technical background with the managerial one in order to understand how companies work. And a second main reason is related to the fact that most of the students after the finish of the master will be involved in companies, and most of them, I think, with the role of responsibilities. So I think that the also complementing their technical background with a more, I would say, managerial one can allow them to acquire more knowledge and know-how that for sure could be useful for their future activity.
Thank you very much, Andrea. Very useful, and I really look forward to seeing you again for the next edition of this Specializing Master.
Thank you, Giovanni. Thank you very much.
Bye.